Hello. It's hard to be effective. I want to be effective, but I found myself doing some shitload of work that is not necessary in that moment, and I do it, and then I realize, oh shit, I don't want to do it, and I still do it, and the process goes on. Uh, and I want to get out of it. So being effective, that like 80-20 principle is something that I want to work on and get hold of and understand it because it's like a fucking gold mine, and I want to dig into it. And so I'm having a little bit of trouble right now. I want to slip, but I want to be effective. Data science is so fucking cool. I'm also adding one more thing on the to-do list for a daily is uh, daily GitHub contributions for next. I guess I want to do that for 3 to 6 months. I want that whole chart to be green, so I want that. Uh, that's what I decided. I did what I did today is I started my day with thinking in my mind that I will do some JavaScript project today and then I'll do data science stuff. And when I started with the JavaScript in the morning, I had this terrible feeling that I'm not understanding what is the teacher is trying to say, and I didn't get into it and I didn't do it because of that. But if I want to understand a JavaScript, I want to solve the problems with JavaScript over the HackerRank and all that stuff because that's how you really understand if you know the language or not. So JavaScript 10 days challenge, I want to finish that. For that, like I want to prioritize it and not focus on anything else. Like for example, building a portfolio thing. So what do I want in that portfolio so that I can start apply to the job with the credibility that I can do some shit. So one project is from ZDM um, uh, for a React full stack. I can work on that. Second is HackerRank's code, 10 days of JavaScript and data structures, maybe some of that. So those two, and UIX project one from ZTM again. That's three, and then overall JavaScript stuff, that is 20 projects of JavaScript. That would be one project of it. So that is something that I want to put on the portfolio. The certification part and all that comes afterward. But then building a resume and putting that on the portfolio and understanding that courses is really something important. But these are the only three steps that I need to do, and everything else regarding the getting the job part of thing is unnecessary. Okay, that's first thing for web dev. Then the second thing comes for the writing neural networks and all that for uh, project in the and writing a research paper and all that stuff, which is again one of the important goal right now. Putting on the paper, writing and giving abstractions. So I want that 50% of the time devoted to both of them. And for that, I do need to spend some time on understanding structures, basics of neural networks, how to build one. Actually, Coursera, I think will have a lot of great resources on it. I went through it, but I want to build a network. I just built one today. It was for a classification of flowers of 5 classes, and it had I think around 800 to 900 images for single flower for only training data. And I want to build 100 classes over 108 pictures per person, facial recognition system, which is kind of stupid. I'm thinking I don't have enough database and all that stuff, but I want to use Google Colab because it's much faster than MATLAB. I want to do it there, and we have actually a deep learning course with us, so using that, or maybe OpenCV. I don't know how exactly to approach it, but I have 3 days to figure that out. And this is like all me planning out the career. You should be stupid if you're watching it. Don't watch it. Go close it. It's not for you. I'm just thinking. So getting those important tasks done is so important. And then like, okay, I want to do this. Let's see. I'm gonna. Oh shit! I don't have actually history of my today's things because I deleted it. But maybe I can find it in my Google activities for today. But activities. Uh, and I can see that, but I did so many stupid things. Okay, let me go in the bottom of it. Okay, no, I'm not in any right kind of mind to do. Okay, yesterday. Okay, I think I need to switch my account. So I want to build a portfolio in the matrix, command line front of wake up and all that things, and then your cursor will be of this rabbit, and that rabbit will follow you through the matrix, and the loader will be that matrix folding later. I want to build portfolio like that. That will be cool. So I did some research on that. What are the fonts there? What are those exact lines? And before start recording, my eyes are going down and shutting up. So yeah, but so I have I blocked the all YouTube, Prime, Hotstar and all that because I can't control myself. Well, 18 days are over and now I can see them, and today I had this. But okay, so what did I do from the start today? I did buy a domain name today. Wow, that was not planned, and that was definitely not effective, but I did buy a domain name today. Then why I don't know, I did went to a resume thing, and I spent some time on that, how to write a resume, because I wanted some basic resume for that. In the start, I started the day with the fact that there is a really a cool website called a super motion or something like that, which has a great CSS animation that I wanted to learn. And so I started with that, and I was like, okay, I want to implement that in my portfolio. So I was like, okay, let's study, and let's download the resources of the website and let's study it. And I downloaded it, but it was fucked up and I can't find the exact way of how that cool animation was happening. So I spent some time on that. When I didn't find it, I went into bunker mode, that I'm useless and worthless and all that shit stuff. So yeah, then I read 80-20 principle again, so that's why I'm in that zone of being effective and not effective. I did search on the Discord for I actually posted some help in the ZTM community, and for that I posted on it. I did spend some time on that. And like literally I wasn't even finding the website at that point that I want to learn from. So the super motion, that the website I told, I like spent like 30 minutes or something on just finding on the website. Okay, that's the URL for that website, which is pretty fucking stupid. Then I searched with frustration that I'm not getting it, I'm not gonna get it like that. Let's choose, for example, portfolio, and then I went for, I don't know why, command line portfolio. Then I come across a really good portfolio which mimics a Windows from Coca, something like that. He was a Canadian and he's a Canadian, he's a Canadian, and he worked at IBM, I guess. And I expanded like, oh shit, that's cool. How can I do it? I'm gonna do it, blah blah blah. And so I spent some stupid time on that again. And now I wanted to like go and build some, like at this point of the day I was like, okay, I realized I have done stupid stuff. Like I have not focused on the thing that I wanted to do today, and that is building a project, getting it done, getting a portfolio done, and then Python for web collab. And almost I'm not doing that, I'm just rambling around. I come across a web dev community, which is a social media developer, and I think I went through that. I went for a competition in it and rewards, and I was reading through it, which is again a time tester, not effective. So these are the mistakes that, and this is how, okay, this is so out of my mind. But then I searched for internship and I was like, okay, I want a job, apply for a job. And I did like 3 lakh, 6 lakh, 8 lakh packages, and I was like, that is again, I'm being stupid, totally ineffective. That was not in today's plan, but I still I went and did it. And then I went on YouTube because I was eating. I went and search for how to write a research paper, which was again not planned, but I didn't have anything else to do, so I did it. Buying a domain name, that was a big waste of time. That was not on the list. I spent some time on the Kaggle and reviewing competitions there, putting up the data in there, having GitHub repo contributions for today and all that, which was also not necessary, but it was necessary. But yeah, so buying a domain name, that was a big waste of time for that thing. And then the research over the wake up news thing. So I watched, okay, for like, it's 4 minutes of a video. I watched 2 minutes of it, and just to understand the font. It's a white rabbit font for your information, and I just did the research over that. But that's for that. So what the temptations for today was like, okay, I like opened YouTube after like 1.5 months over the laptop, and first the recommended video that I had of Andrew Garfield, and did they won vertigo or something? I don't know, I have not checked it out. But the temptation and the title, like, oh my god, I'm getting back into it. But I did not click on it. I just refreshed it or just went and do some search. But I think I don't want to block that now. If I got the temptation, I can handle it. just I want to try that for the next 3 days, because we are not breaking this bond. I do know that. So let's see if I can able to ignore it for a long time, because no, I'm not gonna break it. But YouTube is pretty much tempting, and that's my biggest big point. But yeah, I want to dangle on it. Why I want to dangle on it? Maybe I will block it in the morning, but the temptation is so hard, and I'm like, seriously guys, if you want to do it the right way, just get out of it. Don't stick with it, and don't trust your willpower, because it's pretty stupid. That's it for that Chibu shower thought process. And literally I went through my history to find out how my day went and what were the emotions that I was feeling at each point of that day. And I was like literally forgetting most of it, and then I saw the history, and I can recap it. So your screen time, your browser history, uh, any history, social media history, is something that you really should watch for if you want to understand and track your emotions. That's it for that. It's a long video, and probably no one should watch it again. But it's a 8th of April. I don't remember the day now. I will calculate it, and I will be consistent over it from the next time. But yeah, I talked with a good friend of mine at the end of the day, so that was a great bonding point of view, and like feeling less alienated and what's another word? Yeah, like okay, some people exist that matches my frequency level, and we can connect on that. That is really important. And yeah, so that's how I ended the day. Let's see. I'm gonna build a portfolio tomorrow, get some portfolio projects ready. We have 3 days. I have to do also new little things. Okay, good. I'm debating myself. Bye, good night. See you never, actually.